Our next point in the program is Dr. Nadia Zainuddin, and Nadia is a behavioural and social change researcher. She's based at the University of Wollongong, where she's the marketing discipline research leader, and she's also the president of the Australian Association of Social Marketing. She is also the founding associate editor of the Journal of Social Impact in Business Research. Nadia's research aims to understand the lived experiences of people, particularly those who are more likely to experience marginalisation and vulnerability, to inform programs, interventions and policy, and to inform wellbeing. These have included people with disabilities, culturally and racially marginalised groups, CARM, and conceptually she is also a specialist in value theory and is a mixed methodologist trained in both qualitative and quantitative research methods. Nadia's work has received funding from a range of sources, nationally and internationally, including the ARC, the Australian Marketing Institute, Transport for New South Wales, the Australian Red Cross Blood Service, and the Scottish University's Insight Institute. Nadia also sits on the editorial advisory board of the Journal of Services Marketing and on the review panel for the Princess Alexandra Hospital Research Support Scheme. Nadia is also an ARC detailed assessor for marketing. So I'd like to invite Nadia to the stage to welcome from the Australian Association of Social Marketing.
Thank you, Rochelle. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here at the 2025 International Social Marketing Conference. It is a pleasure to see you all in Canberra this morning. As Rochelle's mentioned, I'm the president of the Australian Association of Social Marketing, an independent volunteer-led organisation and the peak body representing social marketers across the country. The AASM supports practitioners and researchers through professional development, volunteer-led community building, advocacy. Its guiding principles reflect the very ethos of social marketing itself: independence, empowerment, engagement, education, and evidence. In our first year of resuming in-person activities since the COVID-19 pandemic, we've hosted 12 hub events across the states, complemented by our ongoing webinar series and culminating in this much anticipated ISM conference. This reconnection has sparked renewed opportunities for meaningful collaboration and community building. The conference is an important biennial event that brings together leading-edge practice, rigorous research, and international perspectives. It serves as a space for sharing insights from around the world while amplifying the unique contributions of the Asia-Pacific region. I'd like to thank Rebecca, Rochelle, Uwe, and the rest of the conference organizing committee at the University of Canberra for their outstanding efforts in putting together this event for us today. So, thank you. I would also like to especially thank Dr. Cheryl Leo, who was the previous AASM president before me, for initiating conversations with Rebecca, Rochelle, and Uwe about hosting the conference here in Canberra. So thank you, Cheryl, and you're the reason why we are here today. So thank you. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today and for supporting the event. All ISM conference delegate registrations include a 2-year membership to the AASM, which will offer you access to a range of benefits, including preferential rates to events, membership to the International Social Marketing Association, and free access to the Journal of Social Marketing. All existing members of the AASM will have the 2-year membership added on to your existing membership terms. And I'm honored to be here today and excited to engage in rich conversations about the role of social marketing in the age of disruption. Our current global landscape is shaped by the intersection of multiple overlapping disruptions that are transforming societies, economies, and ecosystems at an unprecedented pace. Environmental disruption driven by climate change, Biodiversity loss and extreme weather events is threatening the planet's natural balance and the livelihoods of millions. Simultaneously, economic disruption marked by inflation, global supply chain breakdowns, and widening inequality is destabilizing communities and deepening the cost of living crisis. Geopolitical instability, including ongoing armed conflicts, the rise of authoritarianism, and forced migration, is further compounding global uncertainty. Meanwhile, technological disruption, from rapid advancements in artificial intelligence to growing cybersecurity threats, is reshaping industries, labor markets, and ethical boundaries of innovation. And finally, sociocultural disruption fueled by political polarization, mental health crises, and shifting social values is challenging social cohesion and our shared sense of identity. Disruption is often perceived as a sudden, catastrophic event, like a natural disaster or economic collapse. But many of the most significant disruptions we face today are not singular shocks. They are persistent, systemic, and compounding, evolving forces that unfold over time and reshaping our world in profound and enduring ways. These disruptions are characterized by perpetuity. They are not isolated shocks, but ongoing pressures that demand long-term adaptive responses. And in this light, understanding disruption requires more than just reacting to crises. It requires recognizing and addressing the underlying systems and behaviors that sustain inequality, environmental degradation, and social instability. However, disruption is not merely something that just happens to us. It is also something that we can intentionally and constructively create. As social marketers, we hold the capacity to challenge and transform entrenched systems and structures that perpetuate marginalization and inequality. As you know, social marketing seeks to develop and integrate marketing concepts with other approaches to influence behavior that benefits individuals and communities for the greater social good. Social marketing practice is guided by ethical principles. It seeks to integrate research, best practice, theory, audience and partnership insight to inform the delivery of competition-sensitive and segmented social change programs that are effective, efficient, equitable, and sustainable. By applying these principles, we can drive meaningful disruption that empowers individuals, amplifies community voice, and reimagines a more inclusive and just society. In this context, social marketing plays an increasingly vital role in guiding and sustaining positive social change. Grounded in an intersectional approach, its strength lies in its ability to influence voluntary behaviors in ways that enhance individual well-being, strengthen communities, and contribute to the broader social good. With a strong emphasis on cross-sector collaboration spanning government, nonprofits, academia, and business, social marketing promotes integrated, systems-based solutions. Crucially, it acknowledges that systems of oppression and privilege are interwoven, shaping people's lives and lived experiences and access to resources and opportunities. By addressing these complex dynamics through inclusive, equity-driven strategies, social marketing seeks to challenge structural barriers and advance social justice. Through long-term, theory-informed programs rooted in community engagement, it fosters sustainable change rather than short-term fixes. Equally important is its focus on audience segmentation and tailored interventions, which ensures that the needs of the most vulnerable, such as low-income households, people with disabilities, and those disproportionately affected by social or environmental crises are not only recognized, but actively prioritized. One powerful example of intentional positive disruption is the introduction of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or the NDIS, in Australia. an initiative I've had the privilege of examining through an Australian Research Council linkage project, exploring its impact on Australian society. The NDIS marked a significant shift in disability policy in Australia, disrupting a fragmented and often inequitable disability support system, replacing it with a person-centered, rights-based model that offers individualized funding and greater autonomy. It represents a systemic shift towards equity, inclusion, and social participation. In our research, our team adopted a critical social marketing approach, which involves critical research from a marketing perspective on the impact of commercial marketing has on society, to build the evidence base, inform upstream efforts such as advocacy, policy, and regulation, and inform the development of downstream interventions. This perspective allowed our team to interrogate not just how the NDIS is functioning at the individual level, but also how market logic, institutional frameworks, and policy design shape access, equity, and outcomes. Our findings highlighted that the NDIS has both created and destroyed value, enhancing choice and empowerment in some settings, but while simultaneously introducing new forms of administrative burden, service variability, and exclusion in others. And while far from perfect, the scheme remains under active review and iterative adaptation, shaped by stakeholder feedback and public scrutiny. This continuous cycle of evaluation and refinement reflects improvement over time, learning, responsiveness, and a commitment to those ideals, which reflect the very essence of social marketing. It reinforces the idea that no policy or program is ever complete, but through long-term, evidence-informed approaches, even complex systems can evolve to meet changing societal needs. In closing, social marketing offers us not just tools, but a mindset, a way of thinking and acting that centers people, prioritizes justice, and embraces complexity. In an era defined by uncertainty and disruption, it provides an ethical, collaborative, and forward-looking approach to social change. If we are to navigate the challenges ahead and seize the opportunities for transformation, then social marketing must not remain on the periphery. It must be embedded in how we design, deliver, and evaluate the systems that shape our shared future. Thank you, and I look forward to the conversations and insights that we will be sharing over the days ahead.